Bayahibe is small but exceptional, and we live here so we can offer you the best local advice if you want to experience it fully. Here are 12 things to do in Bayahibe, our local advice including a few places most visitors miss. No paid promotions, no cheating including day trips to other parts of the islands. So let's get started. When in Bayahibe, you have the opportunity to visit one of the best beaches in the Dominican Republic, perhaps the best on the island, Playa Magallanes. It's a small C-shaped coral cove that's always free of seaweed, and it has the feel of somewhere more remote, peaceful, and even a more idyllic paradise than Bayahibe's beautiful main beach. Here you can sunbathe on the sand or take advantage of the shade beneath sea grape trees. Relax in the crystal clear sea, which is shallow and has a sandy bottom for a good distance out, and have a swim and snorkel amongst amazing coral which is always teeming with fish all the way up to the shore, making it perfect snorkeling for all levels of experience and ages. And if you venture out into the deeper sea beyond the coral, you have a small chance of seeing manatees. You can also walk to the end of the rocky limestone headland for a different view of the deep sea and coastline. Staying for sunset can be spectacular. Magallanes is popular with the Dominicans, but very few foreigners seem to come here, preferring the better known and more central main Bayahibe beach. However, Magallanes is only a 10-minute walk from Bayahibe centre, or you can get there using transport in a snap. Top tips for your visit would be bring enough water and refreshments with you, because there's only a small restaurant here. They will serve you food and drinks on the beach, but at restaurant bar prices, and sometimes it could be closed. If staying for the sunset, bring long sleeves and appropriate clothing, because there may be a few mosquitoes. Another benefit of Playa Magallanes is it can be a lot less crowded than the main beach. Sometimes you can even have it to yourself or almost to yourself, but how busy it's going to be on each particular day is something that you can't predict. Bayahibe's freshwater springs are refreshingly cool, crystal clear pools of natural spring water. They're very popular with the locals and almost unvisited by foreign tourists, despite their proximity to the seafront and the town centre. The two manantiales, as these limestone spring water pools are called in Spanish, designated for swimming, are La Botella and La Cueva, both 1 minute walk from each other. Use of the pools and surrounding area is free of charge, and there's ample free parking on site. So whether you just want to chill by the pool, chat with locals, or dive in and cause a huge splash, this is one of those underrated, lesser known places that you can enjoy in Bayahibe. Looking for something a bit different to do in Bayahibe? Then head out to the Corazon de Bayahibe, the heart of Bayahibe. It's a heart-shaped pool that is formed in the fossilised coral reef rocks that are now next to the sea. The added attractions here are that it is situated in a very peaceful and out-of-the-way spot, with seawater blowholes and spectacular panoramic views. The journey here is also part of the attraction. You can start your adventure right from Bayahibe, walk or catch a ride to Playa Magallanes, and continue past it, following the sandy scenic coastal trail that connects Bayahibe to Dominicus. The track is flat and it winds under a shady canopy of trees. It's charming and peaceful. However, your walk may occasionally be interrupted by the odd jogger, a couple taking a romantic stroll, or the occasional car and motorbike. If you want to explore, there are many opportunities to leave the trail and walk a few metres through the trees to the rocky seafront or tiny sandy beaches. It's about a 20-minute walk from Bayahibe, depending on your pace. The trail eventually opens up to the rugged limestone coastline, where you need to do a small U-turn to get to the Corazon de Bayahibe. This heart-shaped natural tide pool is nestled among the ancient rock formations, uplifted by sea level change and tectonics. Usually crystal clear turquoise water fills this near perfect heart, and it's teeming with small tropical fish that dart around. But some people are just as impressed, or even more so, by the dramatic blowholes that the Caribbean Sea has sculpted into the surrounding stone over centuries. When the waves roll in with enough power, water surges through these channels and erupts spectacularly into the air. Towering jets of white water shoot skyward and splash down. Definitely wear sturdy shoes. The terrain is very uneven with sharp rocks, and there's often broken glass near the heart. There are no shops or amenities here, so bring water, sunscreen and maybe a towel if you want to dip in the calm pool. Bring a bag to take trash home in, and if you're going to stay beyond 5 p.m, definitely bring long clothes to protect against bites. Don't miss this iconic little pool that you can cool off in and pose in after enjoying a charming trail and deep blue coastline. The Rosa de Bayahibe, also known as the Bayahibe rose, is the national flower of the Dominican Republic. This unique cactus species is endemic to the island of Hispaniola, primarily found around the town of Bayahibe. The Bayahibe rose is a cactus with male and female reproductive organs on separate plants. It grows as a shrub or a small tree, reaching up to 6 or 7 metres. Its trunk is covered with clusters of spines, and it has glossy, elliptical, bright green leaves, which is unusual for a cacti. It appears on all the bills of the Dominican Republic. So if you're visiting Bayahibe, don't forget to check out this unusual cacti. Many people come and take photos with the Bayahibe sign, for example, and they don't realise that they're stood a few metres from the famous Bayahibe rose tree, and could take a photo with that too. Something much more beautiful and unique than a painted logo. Another thing to do in Bayahibe is visit the main beach. Playa Bayahibe, along with island trips, has helped transform this charming fishing village into a booming tourist spot. It's just 5 minutes walk from the centre. At the other end of the beach is the Secret Holiday Resort. This stunning stretch of soft pale sand and turquoise waters looks as if a perfect postcard has come to life. You can find quaint photogenic pastel wooden huts, coconut palms and sea grape trees. You can rest in the shade of these, and you can also eat the fruit when it's purple. Just behind the beach, near Secrets, are vendors selling you all you need for the beach and souvenirs. Although it's not only the sea toys that are inflated, the prices are too. Several bars and restaurants open out onto the beach so that you can lounge or sit at a table and be served refreshments and food only 2 or 3 metres from the sea. There's usually a volleyball net, and snorkeling here is always fun. In the sea, the safest swimming area has been marked with floats and rope to prevent boats from entering it. Grab a lounger under the palms, sip a fresh pina colada from a beachside bar, or watch the Bayahibe sunset paint the sky in fiery colours. When it's at its best, it's arguably one of the most beautiful sunsets you'll see. There's plenty of parking just behind the beach at the Secrets Resort end of the beach, which is always the busiest part. The area of the beach closest to Bayahibe has a more peaceful vibe. Usually hardly anyone is there, and so it's popular for taking perfect alone in paradise kind of photos with tourists and even professional photographers. It also has a few rocky parts at the edge of the sea, but the beach remains soft sand. You can visit the local fishermen bringing in the catch of the day, see it being unloaded, and check out all of the tropical fish they put on display. This should be part of any visit to the Caribbean. It can easily fit in with any other plans you have, since it doesn't take much time, it's in the town, and it's possible to do day, evening or night. So whether you're just curious to see the different fish, or want to buy some and make an unforgettable barbecue or fry-up, this little experience will enrich your visit to the Dominican Republic. Did you know that Bayahibe was originally a small fishing village? Up to a couple of decades ago, the economy here was based on fishing. There are 2 spots where you can see the catch of the day for sale directly on the quayside. You're just as welcome whether you're curious to see what fish inhabit this part of the Caribbean, or you want to take some back to your apartment to cook. Or how about bringing a barbecue setup and cooking it here in the marina with a beautiful view of the Caribbean Sea, and perhaps the sunset too. Many locals do this. It's a far cry from your average supermarket fish counter. Almost every day there is something extra on display that's unusual or interesting to see, as well as all the usual fish. The availability of fish varieties changes daily, but most of the time, one of the local favourites, Dorado, is on sale. If you haven't had it, it's slightly sweet, dense and flaky, and it's great for grilling. Occasionally, there's barracuda. It's tender and fluffy when grilled. Other locally caught fish you might see here are blackfin tuna, wahoo, red snapper, queen snapper, marlin, rainbow runner, swordfish and more. These fish, which we took home to cook on this day, are called white salmon, but they're not really related to salmon. I suppose it just helps them fetch a better price. The fishmongers and locals are friendly and will always tell you what type of fish it is if you politely ask. Don't be afraid to ask about the best cooking method for each type or recommendations. The 2 places to watch or buy the catch of the day are either side of the area known as Puerto Bayahibe, the port, right on the seashore in front of the town. The first is next to the Sofiku Club Pizzeria. The other is only 4 minutes walk south from there. It's about 15 metres on from Playa Barco Bar, which you can see here in the video. Avoid going shopping for fish on Mondays, the day off for most locals, including fishermen. This brings us to a local tip. Don't dine out on Mondays hoping to eat the freshest fish caught on the same day. It's unlikely that the fish you will be served is from that day. Punta Bayahibe, the viewing point where you can take the most spectacular and beautiful photos in Bayahibe and get the best views of the coast and the sunsets and the sunrises. There's also one of the 2 giant Bayahibe painted logos that you can take photos with as well. And along the way you're going to see a few surprises too, including some sites of archaeological interest and some spots where we occasionally see Antillean manatees. Not forgetting a beautiful, charming Caribbean church. It's just been renovated, and let's have a look at the church from the jetty here. It's quite a charming church. Quick look in here as you pass by. Most people come here and then just come up on the viewing platform. You can see here people do whatever. Sometimes there's even yoga classes. Some locals come here even to just listen to the radio, or people come here to take photos after their wedding. Anything really. It's just a very easygoing sort of place to hang out. The views are exceptional. You get such a beautiful photo opportunity. You get the rocks, the sea and the sun in the same photo or video, and it's much more dramatic, and you just get great photos. Now here's a few shots from different days. You can get a good idea of what to expect. I've got a shot which is coming up in a rainstorm. It's very dramatic, very spectacular. What better composition? Rocks, boats, sea, and then the sunset. So you get all these things giving it perspective. And it not only makes better photos and videos, but actually the experience, the memory, because you're right next to the crashing waves, the spray from the ocean, the boats are coming closer by, and you're just that much more connected when you're out on the viewing platform. Puerto Bayahibe. The heart of this old fishing village is still alive right in the port. You see the local fishing boats being hauled up onto the beach every day, fish coming straight in, and literally right next to them thousands of tourists boarding and disembarking from catamarans and speedboats headed to Saona Island and elsewhere. Most walk off the dock straight to their coaches and disappear back to the resorts, completely missing one of the friendliest little spots on the island with lots of character. Recently, the port area has been closed to vehicle traffic during the day, which makes it way more pleasant to hang around. No dodging cars, just people, boats and the sea. There are plenty of benches along the quayside to sit and stare at the unbelievably clear turquoise water and watch the world and the boats go by. The bay is lined with bars and restaurants, many serving fresh caught fish. As a rule of thumb, the closer to the water the restaurant is, the higher the prices, and the fewer locals you'll see dining there. Tourists usually pause at the old cannon for a photo and poke around the souvenir shop nearby. Others try fishing. Tackle can be bought in most colmados. And whilst you're here, why not grab some Dominican ice cream at Helados Bon in the port area, or go for an Italian gelato at Gelato di Giuseppe, who also has a shop in Dominicus. Other activities here include swimming and snorkeling right in the port area. There are 3 small golden sand and stone beaches here for paddling or playing, kids and adults alike. The first 2 are right in the main port zone. They're a bit busier, and the third, the quietest one, is on the other side of the peninsula, a 3-minute walk. It's next to Ono's Bar, which has swing seats out front overlooking the water, a great spot to chill with a drink after. If you're up for it, you can have a look around the little streets right behind the port. There's a colmado or 2 for a cold beer and snacks, and you might catch locals playing dominoes, sat out in chairs in the street hanging out, socialising in the colmados or food spots, weaving lobster traps from palm leaves, or just chatting in the park is the kind of regular life that most day trippers never see. A local tip: if you've been in the sea or on the beach, you can find freshwater taps on the quayside to rinse off your feet, flip-flops and gear. Please note that the water is not drinkable and only use the free unused taps, never disconnect hoses from them. That's the port in a nutshell. Real Bayahibe still hang out here, even with all the day trippers passing through. Just a quick 40-minute scenic walk or a short drive east from Bayahibe lies Playa Dominicus, the Dominican Republic's first blue flag certified beach, a symbol of the pristine waters and clean sands you'll find there. Stroll along the palm-lined path from the main road, passing the colourful local spots, and feel the gentle Caribbean breeze. Over 2 miles of soft white sand beach await you, stretching along a protected bay, framed by swaying coconut palms and backed by lush greenery heading towards the national park. The waters here are famously calm, shallow and clear, perfect for families, leisurely swims, fooling around in the shallows, or snorkeling right offshore to discover vibrant reefs, tropical fish and even the occasional sea turtle. No heavy waves and minimum seaweed. It's a swimmer's dream year round. Umbrellas and chairs are for rent on the beach to relax under, and you can also grab seafood or a cold presidente from the beachfront bars and restaurants lining the shore. Perhaps you could join in volleyball, paddleboarding or diving excursions, or simply wander the beachfront for epic views and that perfect sunset with a faux striped lighthouse making the perfect photo opportunity in Dominicus. Playa Dominicus blends laid-back luxury with an authentic Caribbean charm. It's less crowded than mega resorts and more inviting than ever. It's the ultimate chill spot in Bayahibe's backyard. From the charming port or beach of Bayahibe, hop aboard a thrilling motorboat or relaxing catamaran for 2 of the most iconic day trips in the Dominican Republic, Isla Saona and Isla Catalina. First up, Isla Saona, a postcard-perfect paradise in Cotubanama National Park. Sail across turquoise waters, stop at the famous natural pool, a shallow sandbar teeming with starfish, then arrive at pristine white sand beaches with swaying palms. snorkel in vibrant reefs, swim in crystal clear shallows, and enjoy an open bar beach lunch. Dance to the music on the boat. It's often called the Caribbean's crown jewel. For something a little more serene and underwater focused, choose Isla Catalina. Just a short boat ride away from Bayahibe, this hidden gem boasts world-class snorkeling and diving at the stunning Catalina Wall and Aquarium Reef, bursting with colourful corals, tropical fish and marine life. Relax on uncrowded white sands and enjoy a fresh buffet lunch on the beach while soaking up the peaceful vibes away from all the crowds. So, whether you crave loud party boat energy or tranquil beauty, these islands deliver unforgettable magic Caribbean experiences. The Padre Nuestro cave is a winding 290-metre crystal clear freshwater cavern. It's filled with towering stalactites and stalagmites, and you can swim, jump in and snorkel there. But also you can see tynopelagraphs, a reminder that for hundreds of years prior to your visit, the island's earlier inhabitants were also using this cave. Remnants of fires being lit and animal bones have been found, suggesting that cooking took place. Shards of pottery continue to be found below the water, suggesting that water was collected here. Nowadays, Bayahibe's inhabitants' water supply also comes primarily from underground sources, the limestone aquifers and caves like Padre Nuestro in the national park area, as there are no rivers locally. Although, just to be clear, neither the cave nor the tap water is deemed safe to drink. The entrance is on the main road into Bayahibe, Parque Nacional Cotobanama, also known as the East National Park, charges a small entrance fee. Then you can walk or drive from there to Padre Nuestro. It's almost 2 kilometres from the main road to the parking lot. The road is gravel but good quality. The hike from the parking lot to the cave goes through beautiful scenery. It's a rare tropical dry forest, so you'll be able to spot unique native plants as well as well-adapted insects, reptiles and exotic birds. When you arrive at the entrance to Cueva Padre Nuestro, you can descend the steps into this freshwater cavern. Dive in or snorkel, the water's refreshingly cool, perfectly clear too. Torches are recommended for extra illumination. Swim through this subterranean oasis, surrounded by dramatic rock formations and an otherworldly silence. Visitors can even explore deeper with guides if they are certified. So don't miss this special cave hidden in a scenic dry forest right beside Bayahibe. Bayahibe by night. While most people just transit through Bayahibe and leave straight away, a few stay for the day and even fewer stay after sundown, but this makes the town even more charming and friendly by night. Why not stay and watch the sunset from the harbour's quayside or park, explore the narrow back streets and find good value street food that locals eat, or perhaps you preferred fine dining overlooking the sea. There are so many options. There are plenty of regular restaurants too, where you can have Caribbean food, and there's even an Argentinian grill, a specialist pasta restaurant, and several pizzerias. But there are also places just to grab beer, cocktails, or a straw in a coconut, such as the Saona Cafe. It comes as a huge surprise to many visitors that you can simply stroll along the port and spot spectacular sea life such as rays, balloonfish, and needlefish, and if you're very lucky, you could see an octopus, an eel, a manatee, or a small shark. As a rule of thumb, if you spend about 15 to 20 minutes checking out the sea, you'll almost certainly see a stingray or a balloonfish. Alta Gama is the disco in town. Nightclub means something else in Spanish, so stick to saying disco and discoteca. But there's still much more to do. Some people come and fish at night from the quayside. Others check out the basketball court, which is a minute's walk from the seafront. Often there's no official game happening and it's free to use, and you might get the opportunity to join in with some locals too. Near to the court is the Dominican Republic's #1 ice cream shop, Bon, and it's open till about 10 or 11 at night depending on the day. Why not have a swim or a paddle in the well-lit beach areas of Puerto Bayahibe, or relax on the small sandy beaches? Some locals come here to celebrate birthdays, or just for a romantic evening, or a little party. They bring music, speakers, or open their car doors and let the music pour out. Others bring barbecues and coolers. Others bring domino tables. Others just chairs and chill beside the sea. Whether it's a family event or a romantic night, many Dominicans tend to come and make it however they want it. They're in the port area. And just a few steps away is a bar or a colmado where you can stock up on ice, cold drinks, or anything you want to snack on. Most of the colmados are open till 9 p.m, with several open to 10 or 11 p.m. An unforgettable nighttime experience in Bayahibe might be dining on the main beach. Tables are laid with white tablecloths right on the sand of the seashore. This is in the part furthest from Bayahibe, close to the Seacrest Resort. And if you're in Bayahibe over the new year, definitely come down to the port area and get the best view of the midnight fireworks.